Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and I want to make a follow-up video on my last video, which was about selling all my Tesla position. If you are new here, and welcome, glad to have you, because the last video got randomly recommended by YouTube, which was very refreshing for me. And I got about like new 1,000 people that came and have a look, and some of them might have sticked around. And I got plenty of comments. I have these comments here on the screen. You can read some of them. If you haven't already, I recommend you to read some of them because they are pretty entertaining, to say at least. Very sarcastic as well. And there is quite few things I can actually deduct out of this, okay? Because making a 4 minutes video with my face on it about basically taking profits into Tesla pumping and bombastic news, and me getting overwhelming negative perception of that move, I think that is very clear demonstration how optimistic and just bullish everybody was at the day of the Tesla Robotaxi bombastic news. I think people are a little bit less bullish today because Tesla is already down, but I'm gonna get to it. But I just wanted to open up with these comments, just showing you that this haven't happened in a while to me, and I enjoyed it. So I hope it happens again. Now, I do want to talk to you about my Tesla strategy and about my buyback strategy, basically. Okay, so what levels, what timing do I see to buy back? Because I am long-term bullish on Tesla. However, it ended up being just a sell the news pump and dump because the Tesla price is already at 321 at the time of recording this video, and that is the level, that is exactly the price where Tesla share was before the Robotaxi news. So what happens next? What comes next? So first of all, when you look at the S&P 500, okay, S&P 500 is in the new all-time highs. So I think this was important to do. I think lots of the more stubborn bears are still like flipping now. And also together coupled with, there is around 9th of July, there is the tariff deadline expiring. So the tariffs are going to come back. We are going to have again some bad news and fears regarding the tariffs again. And there should be some correction broadly with the S&P 500. So across like other MAG7 stocks as well. Not just Tesla, but Tesla for the moment I think needs to consolidate. It had fantastic news, and it's going to take some time before the Robotaxis really start ramping up and making the name for themselves. There is still some issues that need to be fixed, yet Tesla does not yet have any bad news, so also I'm gonna get to that. So the tariff returns around the 10th of July or so. That would be the first timing when I'm going to look at maybe now is the time to buy back the Tesla. Second timing is going to be in the late summer and early fall. So sometime I'm making this square around the 5900. Doesn't imply that I'm thinking it's gonna be 5900 S&P 500. I'm just showing you the timing, okay, here on the chart. So sometime in September, October, maybe the start of November at latest, but I would rather think it's gonna be around September, October, late October maybe. Somewhere there I do expect correction. Watch my other content why I would make it too long. I'm not gonna go down there, but that's the secondary timing where I'm gonna be looking to buy back my Tesla. And now, on top of this, I'm looking for bad Tesla news again. Not as bad as they were where I was actually buying my position around 240. That's what I bought on average. I was buying in these, like I bought some here, I bought some here, I bought some here. On average, it was around 240, and that was a significantly bad news. I don't think we are gonna topple those, but I think it's not gonna be as bad. But some bad news for sure will come back. And on top of all this, I'm looking at the Fibonacci. That's why there is so many lines on the screen. You might be quite confused. I'm gonna zoom this in for you. So as you can see, I've actually projected two Fib measurements, and like first measurement was basically the whole decline that occurred in Q1, okay, when Tesla did have really the worst news in a long years. And then the secondary Fibonacci measurement was basically the whole pump we had since like Q1, since like March until basically now, until Elon. This was the first sell the news event when Elon was coming back full time as CEO. Again, I did talk to you about it. I was talking about, and I was selling there again, okay? And then another was the Robotaxi news, to sell the news event. And so I measured these two, and I have gotten quite, many Fib levels because of that. And there is one particular level where both of these Fib measurements are actually showing me like there is important Fib levels, and that's between 279 and like 273, but it could actually go as low as 250, maybe at the worst case. So now I can disable this, and now for you to have a look, that would be from the Robotaxi news that was just so poorly perceived. That would be 20% cheaper stock prices, or even 30% cheaper stock prices. So I have given you now some arguments in terms of timing, in terms of sentiment and technical, how I'm gonna buy back my Tesla position. And the next time I will commit to Tesla, it's gonna be for longer time frames, not just quarterly, several months. It's gonna be probably for more that will actually hodl. So I'm looking forward to that for sure. And let's see how my strategy is going to age. I am very motivated to do more phase videos about Tesla when I will be buying or selling. So make sure you stay tuned to the channel.